Hi, focus. Today let's talk about columns flow and the new series of products available on Columns platform. Columns is everything is about data, from data organization, from data transformation, data cleanup, data wrangling, join data together, passing unstructured data like daily files, images, PDFs, or Excels to structured data processing. It covers the whole end-to-end workflow for everyone who dealing with data every day. Or maybe not every day, every week, let's say. So we have three main products in this product line. First is Columns Drive. Columns Drive is like working like a normal cloud drive. You may be familiar with Google Drive, OneDrive. You created folders and you upload files. The difference is working on data. So if you upload an image or random text or a PDF file, it's trying to extracting, all the data, conform the same schema within a folder. Like one folder is basically one schema. You can think about it in that way. And it helps you to merge multiple files together to produce one single data set for further processing. So simply to put, this is a cloud drive focused on data extraction. Our second product is Columns Flow. Columns Flow is a data automation pipeline orchestration platform, like tool. You can simply just drag and drop to build a diagram, a flow diagram to describe how your data is going to flow. How it's going to flow means how data get cleaned up from one step to another. And how do you going to transform data from one step to another? How do you aggregate your data from one step to another? How do you pivot your data from one step to another? This is like all focused on the single chain. From one stage to another stage, giving one data set, and it also supports multiple data set, like operations such as join, or union, or lookup, right? This kind of like a common data operations are all supported on Columns Flow. The amazing things about Columns Flow is upstream. It integrated with Columns Drive. You're not only reading data from Google Spreadsheets database, API, or whatever. All the ways we integrate with external data system that you're already familiar with. But also you can integrate the data, pulling the data from Columns Drive, which is like images, unstructured data types. The downstream integrations is Columns Graph. We are going to talk about it. Columns Graph probably is the first product we have. I mean, if you're familiar with columns, you know that Columns Graph is basically the visualizer, is data visualization tool, right? Customized help you to build, customized data story on a canvas. So you can move in around things like annotation, put the highlight, put the emphasize. So you really make, not just a chart, but a vivid interactive story for your data. So this is like two ends. Now the pictures from Columns Drive to Columns Flow to Columns Graph. This is the whole product line we're trying to present in, and trying to solve in almost all kinds of the data problems or data work you may face in your daily life. That's why we are we're saying Columns Flow is the core. We build everything around the Columns Flow, but we smoothly, seamlessly integrate with powered by Drive and Graph. So today let's just look at a relatively quick, simple example. to show how columns flow works. Because of the reason, actually, I ever wrote one article. I mean, if you're interested, please check it out. It's called Unlearn Excel, because Excel is so important, so critical for everybody. I mean spreadsheets. I mean, some people are probably using Google spreadsheets, right? So spreadsheets is so critical for people, like to processing the data every day. But the formula thing and the chain, like complex of the formula, reference arrow, and rows and the columns, shifting positions, everything's broken. Those kind of like headache. We don't want to deal with them. So that's why it's not a scalable solution, but it's just convenient tool, spreadsheets. I think a columns flow, or say columns platform, with all the 3 product lines, is seamlessly solving all the data worker problem. I mean, you can think about it, Excel or spreadsheets, just treating them as a database, right? And you can use in columns product line to on top of that to build all the automation, alerts, really free you from the busy, repetitive like kind of workflows. Okay, take it short. Let's just quickly jump to a demo. Columns flow. Let's just sign in and go to my workspace. First is the graph workspace. I jump to workflow because flow is a core. So just focus on the flow first. Now you can see here we have an empty flow. I mean, you can create as many flows as you want. I'm going to show you some data set I have. Actually, I already have one open here. So let me close one. This is super simple spreadsheets. I have like orders data, order ID, customer ID, product, and product name and amount. This is synthetic data, like fake data, right? And then I have customers, right? Customers, I have customer ID, name, and channel. So let me ask you, on the spreadsheets, if you want to run some aggregations, like say total amount spent by customers' first name, how are you going to do it in the spreadsheets? It's super difficult, right? I mean, it's doable. I believe if you are expert, if you ask around in the Excel the community, you probably can eventually figure it out in a few hours to a few days to find the solution, because it actually requires a lot of advanced formula and functions in the spreadsheets. Like you need to join 2 sheets of the data. You need to pass single name to extracting first name from that. And then you need to put all the data expanding together and then finally aggregate them, right? This is basically the process. But with columns flow, it's become super simple. I mean, right now you probably need a few mouse clicks, but in the future, I can imagine that you probably just talk about it. Say, hey, I have these spreadsheets, I have orders and customers. Please generate the total amount spent by each customer by their first name, just as simple as this, and the whole workflow will be generated and put it in automation run for you. Okay, so before we go to the fall, let's see how we're doing it today. With this, the flow, we can basically simply to just connect the spreadsheets, right? We have the spreadsheets, connect work spreadsheet. I don't know if I have already connected or let me just have a quick try. Orders, okay, I don't have it. Yeah, that's fine. Just copy the URL. Spreadsheet URL, I connect the spreadsheets, right? I know this is public, so I can load all the tabs. I have customers tab, I have orders tab. Tab basically is a sheet, right? The orders sheet and and the customers sheet. Okay, so orders, let's say connect these orders first. I connected the orders, I got a simple orders. Okay, let's just save this. I have orders data source now, and you can see, you can preview them exactly the same as what you see in the spreadsheets. That's good. So let me do the the join part, because I want to populate not just customer ID, right? Customer ID I don't know who this customer is, so I'm expanding the customer to the customer information directly in this line. How are we going to do that? We're going to go to the whole flow and add a new input, right? We have orders. We can actually give it a name right here. Click input node. Let's say this is orders. Now let me just click this node and select the second same URL. Load the tab. Sorry, anyone with the link. Okay, load the tab. And now I want customers. Connect customers. I see the customers table here. Not simple customers, simple orders. I want simple order customers. Just a name. I mean, even if it's the same name, it doesn't matter. So now you can see I have 4 customers here, right? 4 customers here. As you can see here, right? So what I want to do, I either can join first, then extract the first name, or I can just extract first name first. So I can just do this, right? I can just do that. I say extract first name from name field, from name, and put it as separated. Sometimes you may want to replace it. I mean, it's just up to you. Put it as new column called first name, first underscore name. I don't like space because it always makes something wrong you didn't notice. So I'll use underscore, first underscore name. Okay. So let's generate. The generator is basically just like tell the system, say, hey, I want this. Please producing the result for me. Okay, I have the result. So you can see I have ID, name, channel, and first name now. Great. So I get what I want. Now I wanted to join them, right? I want to join these 2 things based on the customer ID. So what I want to do is basically I want to get a join node. I want to put this node in this data as well. So you can see the color automatically changes because it's basically detect 2 source, merge into 1 source, and we want to take the join operation. So this node will give me some. I either can union them. If they are the same data set, I just merge them. I can do the union, right? Like you union multiple data sets. And I can do join as well. Join basically will tell me what join ID I want to have, because orders is my primary source. And I want to join the first name added source, which is orders keys or add keys. So I want to have customer ID. Orders is customer ID, and first name added is basically customer ID is ID, right? So I joined them. Actually, I can also do the lookup. So basically, if you want to understand what's the difference, like lookup is basically left join, which means I cannot find the customer, the record of that order is still there. It's just you find an empty customer. But join is basically cross join, which means customer ID has to be valid in the customer table. If the customer table doesn't have this customer, the customer ID after the join, that row will get dropped. That's the difference. So this is the most most 2 common operations you may have for join to data set. And also it tells you some description, say, hey, right now, based on my choice, I'm joining orders with the first name added. I mean, this is the table name, okay? This is table name here, right? The node name. On customer ID equals this table's ID. So this is exactly what I want. And I can say, like, orders expanded. You can call it different name or join, whatever. Expanded. Okay, cool. So now once I have this, I can refresh it, because refresh means I'm going to pull data from to just run the process, right? Oh, it suddenly just give me all the results. As you can see, there is 1 customer not found. That's why I mentioned that using join, I may lose some record from orders, right? So if I using lookup, it's different. It's here actually we should be able to let you refresh right now, but it's just like have some time waiting for how many seconds? Probably 3-4 minutes. Yeah. But anyways, for demo purpose, let's say okay, I just want to get all the actually you know what? This is actually what we want because we want to group by the valid first name, right? So join actually is good. All right. So once I have this join, now what I want, now based on the new data set, I can just like do final aggregation. As you can see, the data is already showing to you. Order, customer ID, fan, amount, expanded with name, channel, first name. All right, great. So total amount spent by first name. I don't need to like exactly say first underscore name because AI understands it. By first name and sorting the result from high to low. Do the work for me. I want to see who spent the most, right? Working, generate. Okay, so now I really want to like talk about a little bit about this because this is like what the magic happens with AI, but also the principle of columns, which is basically we give you auditable process. We are not just giving you a black box, right? Saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do, but I'm telling you what I did. So you can view every single step about the logic we generated. If it's wrong, you modify, you prompt, it will modify accordingly of the result. In the future, we may give advanced user who know coding. They can modify the logic directly, but right now let's keep it away because I know that we have tuned the model, the AI engineering, make this is like super accurate, I would say that. So basically no need for any human optimizations. These are all architectured, whatever. So the first step is just transform the data. And then second step is basically select some, needed columns for the aggregation. And then we aggregate them. As you can see, group by first name and sum the amount spent. It is we want to sum, right? So lastly is going to be like, order the total amount by descending order. That's it. As you can see, this is final results. James spent the most, $360. Mia spent $50. John spent $30. The last but not least is, like I said, we integrated a columns graph, which is visualization. You should take a look. Every single node, if you want, you can always turn on the graph on to customize and save the customized graph you want. Let's see the final results of spent by first name. This is the graph we have. You can share this graph right now, or you can save it to gallery for all the purpose, like compose a report or compose a dashboard or whatever. And why do I say this is the best graph is because you can literally customize everything. You click anything, you will see the options. For example, if I click the axis bar, so you can see, you can hide it. I can, hide the tick line. I can change the font size. 16 is good. I can change the angle. Horizontal is good. I can change the tick style. I can change the color. This is the tick line color. I can change the font color. I can change the the format. I can change the format. Decimal count format. All right, and I can click the bar chart to have more options. I can make it horizontal if I want. I can move it around. It's not just a chart, like I said, right? And I can, this is automatically generated. I can, customize it, change it, or I can add, Here's a bug, actually, UI bug. It's hidden. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm gonna fix that. As you can see here, shows up, and I can add a link to this. So when you share this, people click it, it goes to your website, whatever. There's a lot of advanced features, right? And now I have, I changed the bar shape. I can go back to vertical. I mean, most of the time I prefer columns over bars. I want to turn on the lollipop style. I want to tune the roundness. This roundness sometimes is good, but for this one is not good. It's because this is too low, you know? Yeah. So I'd rather to just go back. All right. If it's 0, there is no corner, by the way. There's no round corner. So just make a little bit radius here. It's good. I can tune the display of the value. I want to include in the name. I want to auto scale this or not, right? Including name is not a good idea. I want to color by key. I want to highlight something. I do have a lot of other options. For example, general options, I can change the styles. And you can manage your own styles. You can save, after you tuned, the styles, you can save it for future usage. It will be show up here. I can tune my canvas, gradient background or solid background. I can change my palette, right? I can change my palette from categorical palette, select some of them. Or I can just like customize by myself, customize palette, gradient palette. Yeah, anyways, there's lots of options, right? To tune, the you customized visualization, and you can save them. Like I said, you can save the styles by click manage. I want to add a grid line for this. Looks slightly better. I mean, depends on your preference. I want to display the legend. It's a single metric, no need. So I'll hide it. And it shows a log scale. Sprint, boss relativity height. What else? I mean, you can explore by yourself. This is bar. We already explored that. Some of them is not you can click to show up, so you can just click these icons to bring them up. Otherwise, if they are visible, you can always click to get customized on the left side. All right, last. Is it last? No, I want to show you some more maybe. Like pie. Bar is still the best. Bar chart is always the best. All right, let's save this to my gallery. So later in my the flow info, I have this. I can manage this. I can also manage this in my gallery. I can set this whole flow as a schedule, like sync it daily or whatever. So whenever the input, the spreadsheets updated, like I manually updated them, the whole flow will automatically run. The whole flow will automatically run, and you can generate the. Click this, yeah, and you can basically just like always get the updated like graph insights and output, and you can also customize alert, add in alert, send alert to email. Just describe what you want alert. For example, James spent more than $400, then alert me, right? It will send message to Slack, send webhook. You can enable them or send an email to you. So very, very simple stuff, but keep you on the top of the data pipeline. That's it. I hope you enjoy this demo, because this is really addressing all the data working needs from your daily life, and make you very, very productive, and make you very, very trusting the reliable pipelines processing your data, so you don't need to worry about lagging or stay behind or whatever. Thank you so much. I want to stop here, but if you have any questions, you have any um you know ideas, feel free to reach out, because I am, especially myself, really wants to talk to you and to hear how the work we have done here on columns to help you to make your life easier. Thank you so much. Bye bye.